I just fell in love with sales. And that's literally why I'm where I am today, is the ability to sell, close, and persuade people. And a lot of people look down on that, like it's a bad thing. But what people don't realize is you're all salespeople. Some of you just suck. But you're all salespeople. Every single one of you. We start selling from the second we pop out the womb. We sell you on a nipple. We sell you on some changing our diapers. We're selling all the time. We're selling our kids to clean up their room and stop fighting and get better grades. And so we constantly sell. And fortunately, I got exposed to labor, and I didn't really like it. Now, all my other brothers and sisters, my whole family, apparently, they didn't understand that sales was available. So they didn't ever do that. And a couple of them work for me, and they're all still just what I call, regular hardworking folks, which there's nothing wrong with. My whole family's regular hardworking folks. But people now pay me all this money to speak on a stage, and all I'm telling people is some common sense, basic things. And it's not rocket science, it's not complicated, but we as individuals complicate stuff. So I just uncomplicate it. And I do it with one question. So this is the question that you guys have to start asking yourself. You ready? What's the worst that can happen? Write that down. What's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? Huh? They say no. No, that is not the worst that can happen. What's the worst that can happen? You could die, right? That's it. That's the worst that can happen. You can die. Okay? You think going up and asking for a sale, you're going to die? No. You think asking a girl out, you're going to die? No. So why aren't we asking more people out? How come we're not shaking more hands? How come we're not making ourselves known more? How come we're not getting on social media? How come you don't have your own channel? How many have a social media channel on private? Don't lie. You do? Thanks for being honest. One honest person in the room. Usually there's a bunch of people with a social media channel on private, and it's like that's the equivalent of having someone walk up and saying, "How are you?" and you just do this. None of your business. That's how I am. It's called social media. It's not called unsocial media. Wow, it's none of people's business what I'm doing. Well, that's the problem. And I think if you guys all want to grow your businesses, which I can imagine you do, or you wouldn't be here, wanting to learn how to become a monster, you need to learn how to get attention, obviously. But most people, they won't get attention. They're afraid to get attention. Do you know why they're afraid to get attention? We're afraid because what other people think. You're more worried about what other people might think about you. And something was broken in me a long time ago where I didn't really give a rat's ass. I normally say that differently. And the reason why I don't care what y'all think is because I value what I think. You see the difference? If you value your opinion more, you won't worry so much about other people's. And so that came after a long struggle, because for a long time I was the same way, dude. I was always worried about what everybody else thought. I spent so much money trying to impress people. If I had it back, it would be impressive. It would be a huge pile of money. And I spent it thinking people will like me, and I did everything I could just to make sure everybody liked me, and guess what I found out? And by the way, I only have 40 minutes, which is dumb. That's barely enough time to introduce myself. But I'll do it. I'll try to change lives in 40 minutes. Coach said, we have a schedule. So where was I? See, this is why you don't have PowerPoints and a presentation, because then you can screw it up. I can't screw this up. But the reason why I didn't really care about what other people thought was I went through this thing I deemed the Sacred Six, and I'll share it with you guys in case some of you guys are secretly sitting there scared that I'll even point you out. Because a lot of you are hoping I don't, aren't you? I know you are, because I was, and other people are. And that's the biggest thing I think I can help people with, is breaking you out of your shell. And the way you do it is very simple. You literally understand one thing. You can't make everybody happy, correct? It's impossible. It's impossible. Some of you are going to love what I'm saying. Some of you are not going to like what I'm saying. Well, guess what? I don't give a shit. I hope it works for you. Why? Because I know that what I'm saying has value. So I hope you like it. We all hope everybody likes us, but we don't need them to once we develop ourselves and we start to value ourselves more than we value other people's opinion of us. We normally are wanting to validate ourselves with other people's opinion. And so that's the problem. Well, you guys are mean to cows down here. So I used to, spend money, try to impress people, try to be cool, try to make everyone like me, and then I realized it's just impossible to do, so I pretty much gave up on that, and I just thought to myself, what would it be like if I just didn't give a rat's ass what other people thought and just started to be myself?